Yes, welcome back to another episode of DUD or SPUD. I'm Maniacal Mac.
And I'm Hibbs.
And on today's episode, Hibbs, what are we going for, buddy?
We're going to watch Alien Avenger.
Alien Space Avenger.
Alien Space Avenger 1989, yeah.
And it came out in 1989. Literally, first trailer, we didn't even watch a whole of it, didn't we? We were laughing our heads off and went, why are we going to watch another trailer? Let's just do this.
Yeah, we were going to watch a few trailers and choose one, but we decided just to, we watched a little bit of this. We just, okay, we got to watch this. It looks ridiculous.
Didn't even watch a full trailer, and it was like, this will do. Like, it looks like, I don't know, like gang warfare going on, gore, alien, sci-fi, so fun. Let's give it a go, I reckon, innit?
Let's go for it.
We'll be back with you soon. Peace. Right then, so we've just finished watching Alien Space Avenger. This one, I don't know if it is actually based off a real comic book, but the film as a comic book, than it, Alien Space Avenger.
It's not a real comic though, is it?
It might be, I don't know. Because you guess, like, because what you find sometimes is you find these weird things, because they're public domain now, the owner, like, anyone can do it without paying money. You find these obscure, like, comic series, and that's where they might have. But anyways, so we'll get into this then from the start. Starts off in the past, like around the 20s, 30s, around that time, innit?
Yeah, I think, later on we found it was in the 1930s, I think. This is trying to guess which way, but yeah, it was in 1930s.
30s, yeah.
So yeah, it starts off there. Pretty quickly actually, the aliens come in, and the very beginning, the aliens are already flying, and
opens up with the miniature models. So someone's obviously like got miniature models they did it right with. Look at this, bro. Miniature models.
Which what looks like you think is some sort of invasion, but I think it's they've run out of the ship has run out of plutonium or whatever, right, and it's crash land or just landed there. So these aliens take over the 5 random 1930s people's bodies.
That's right, because they're all in the car together, and then they're on the way, and then that's it. They went in the car. They see it, and they go, "Hey, what was that?" So then the 2 guys go to inspect it, while the 2 girls stay in the car, isn't it? They go there, and the alien thing jumps in the guy's mouth, doesn't he? And he's like, oh, and goes into him, and then it's like an invasion of the body snatchers. They get the one guy goes back to the car, doesn't he, with the 2 women, and he goes to her, you got to come back, and then basically the aliens take over all 4 of them, don't they?
Yeah, they take over the humans, and it's funny because they don't understand anything because they've never been hurt, so they don't understand certain ways and stuff. So they just I don't know, walking around thinking everything's free.
Hey, everybody turn around and don't look.
Don't worry, I didn't bring my magnifying glass.
That was so New York. Yeah, everybody turn around and don't look. You want some coffee?
Oh, look out.
Listen, did you hear that?
Look out.
Wow.
Here comes the invasion.
Piss on his shoes. Look how we pause like that, special makeup effects, like they were proud of that moment.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
See? I told you that it was a spaceship.
Nah. Must be part of a plane or something.
A little bit of rope, eh? Yeah. Yes. What? Look. This is going to be our Space Avenger, bro.
It looks like a diner.
Why don't you take a closer
A
look?
diner.
Why don't we take a closer look?
That guy's so creepy. What the fuck?
These puppets, like, watch out for these puppets, it's going to get you. How are the credits still going? It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, then, like.
Wait till they initially the ones in 1930. They're all the same people, but at the start though, it's not too much of a long scene before someone's chasing them. They realize it's like agents, and they run into the ship and stay there then for
Well,
50 years.
before that, actually, bro, there's a whole fucking scene where they
Yeah,
go
that's
on
what
a
I was trying to think of. I
rampage.
couldn't.
They go on like on a massive rampage.
Oh, yeah,
like,
they
so
just
these
go
aliens take over these like
shooting loads of people.
these
Yeah.
four people, like they're supposed to be young kids, like clearly adults, like playing younger people. And one thing I'll say about this film, very self-aware. This film has tried to parody like 50 sci-fi films. It's very self-aware. Their acting is cheesy on purpose. So that's one thing I'll say about this. A lot of the acting was bad, but done on purpose. So they're basically on a rampage, isn't it? So when the aliens take over them, they're like just checking out everywhere, and they end up in a bar, in like a barn. They fucking shooting everyone up and
That's
stuff.
right, yeah.
And then they're like, because they get in so much trouble, then they have to run away, don't they? And then like they know that other aliens are going to be after them, and that's. This is where it's all going to kick off, bro. There's loads of guns on the wall.
Yeah, loads of fighting going on here,
Look.
now and there.
You three mingle with the humans. I'll get the weapons. When I give the signal, follow my lead. Got it?
Oh, that's what they spit in,
Well,
isn't
look,
it?
you could stay here till your old man gets out of the can.
Yeah.
Then you gotta beat it.
That's quite an exhibit, isn't it, kid?
Oh, yeah.
You like guns?
Sure. You mind if I take a look?
No, go ahead.
Was this used
It's not
in
going to be
your
loaded, surely.
World War? No,
Probably.
that was old Canfield's hunting rifle.
Is it loaded?
No. Yeah, he was drunk last night and he left the cartridges in it. Be careful.
What about these?
This one was in the big one. This is mine, the Luger. I took it off a dead trout.
You ever shoot it off?
Oh,
He doesn't even notice the other gun missing. What a dumbass.
I haven't. Or I'm gonna put the strap to you.
Look at this!
What the hell's going on here? If I go down, I'll kill you.
You're dead.
Even the aliens.
He's like, because they realise, fucking hell, like, human pain in that, innit?
just ripped his arm.
He's gonna grow another one, is he?
Yeah, probably.
Is he?
Was that the pole? He's going in
Look, there it is, his hand, yeah. All the tendons coming in now, we're sick. All the tendons coming back, check out.
Mother of God, look at that!
It's just growing another arm, like incredible.
I had time to fully grow it back, like. Okay, yeah, come on.
What's all the noise? He's shooting at.
His own people?
Yeah. Maybe they're on the run from their people, bro.
Yeah, it must be something like that.
They're like criminals and they're being hunted down, bro, by the space cops.
Yeah, it must be.
So they go back into their ship for 50 years. This is when it says 50 years later.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they just re-emerge in the 80s, don't they? But they're still in their 1930s costume.
Yeah,
thing,
so
innit?
then they come out of the ship 50 years later, and then they're in 1980 New York, in 1980, 50 years later or something, or 1980 something, yeah.
It's like probably where the film came out, like it's meant to be based like around 1989, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe late 80s or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, because we've been staying in there for years on end, haven't we?
You knocked?
Ah! That's amazing. The first thing they do when they come back out is just fucking shoot up some people, like.
They can't have been in there for 50 years.
Yeah, because all the clothes have changed and everything, bro. Aliens in it, that's probably just a sleep period for a minute.
Yeah, definitely more than 5.
I was gonna say, man, New York City's a good shout because like there's a lot of weirdos there, so you wouldn't stand out that much.
Yeah, so it must have been 90, it must have been 50 years
And
later
it said
then.
50 years later, yeah.
Yeah.
50 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody will notice you walking on like Pride and Prejudice.
Well, because of how weird everyone is here, they fit in, don't they?
Yeah, oh yeah, true.
My joints are already loose. I got crack, uppers, downers, whatever you want. I can atomize you, brother.
He's like the guy from Coming to America. I got a hell of a haircut. Check it out.
I'll make you feel alive.
This don't look like uranium.
This don't look like uranium. They just taking smack off him, so at some point someone's going to do smack one of these aliens.
The drunk guy's just causing carnage everywhere because
All the
he's getting
time.
drunk.
He's always getting drunk,
Yeah,
like, and
and he's just
constantly-
walking around New York.
Well,
Just,
talking of carnage,
supposed to be going out getting something, and he's going out just doing his own thing, getting drunk.
But talking of carnage, everywhere they pretty much go,
They just kill people.
yeah. Like the only thing is, like the two girls, then, kind of as they spend longer time in a human body, they become more human, so they become less like prone to just go and murder and rampage.
What?
Let's stop arguing and have some fun. We could make whoopee. Oh, that's it. We're through. I thought you loved me, but you don't pay any attention to me anymore. You're so inhuman.
None of us are human. You let these
Well, I don't care what you say anymore. I'm gonna go out and have some fun.
But the main guy especially, and even like the other guy, the drinking, they just anytime they're out in public, they pretty much caused a massacre. It's not like one or two people dead. It's like bang, bang, bang. They're just killing people by the numbers. There's a lot of people get shot up in this film. But a lot of this film then really is then like they're saying they need to get plutonium, don't they? So initially, like you got the one drunk guy who just can't do fuck all, and they're all like moaning at him. But they get to a point then where they actually go looking for the plutonium, don't they? Do you remember that? How they find out about, oh shit, there's plutonium here, and then they go for it. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, because they hear about the chemical plants about, don't they?
Because one thing we haven't mentioned, the main guy in this, he's an illustrator, comic book writer. So what he's done, he's like seen him on the news, taking inspiration to come up with his new comic book, basically just based on what they've been
Oh
doing.
yeah, they see the comic and they're like, oh no.
They see the comic and
Yeah.
they're like, we got to stop this guy because like the aliens who are after us are going to see this and be aware, shit, we're still on the planet
The
kind
agent,
of thing.
yeah.
So then you've got this main guy and he's like got a love interest. And then he's also got like a side love interest that goes nowhere. Remember we were saying right at the end of the film, what was the point of that? So we'll just quickly skip over that really, just mention it because this film goes nowhere. The woman he's working with, you think, because he's having a bit of problems with a one woman at the beginning, isn't it? Because they're shagging, right? The scene is they're just like doing it. I don't think he even comes on nothing. He literally runs out of bed and starts shading, and she's like, "What you doing?" Which I would be too.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
then
the
they
bit where like the yeah.
Right, so they're having sex, right? Whatever, and then you can see the woman's like, you can see she's wearing like pink. So they try to make it more skin color, but you can see she's wearing knickers while they're having sex. So they both got clothes on. The guy gets out the bed and you see him, he's wearing blue things. Then when the woman gets out of bed to put her clothes on, she's bare ass then her knickers are off while it's a back shot and she's getting dressed. So somehow her clothes came out after sex, even though, yeah, they have sex with knickers on. And then the guy, he walks out and his butt's showing, and then the next scene, he's got shorts back on again. So somehow their underwear came off for no reason, just to show their bare
there was some
butts.
confusing timing with the scenes there somewhere because I feel like I don't know what was going on there, to be honest.
It was really
but-
dumb.
I got it.
Yeah.
Space Avenger
Oh my
fights
God,
Iranian
like-
terrorists.
Matt,
Green might go for it. What do you think?
I don't believe this.
No, I can make this believable.
What? Whoa! Whoa!
So,
whoa!
Let me get this right.
Whoa.
He didn't just finish, and instead he just started shading in a... What a bloody loser.
Jenny, look.
Oh, didn't need
my
to see that.
God, like.
One thing, like, right before then, he had shorts on when he was doing his thing. See, he's got shorts on again.
But
So...
it wasn't it. That's why I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
With her, because
yeah.
then the same thing happened.
Yeah.
Like she had, it looked
Yeah.
like she had underwear
Yeah,
on, and then
she-
it
yeah.
stood as she didn't have nothing.
Consistency, well done.
They did it with both of
Fantastic.
them.
Yeah, yeah, that was a bad.
They're going backwards, more clothes coming off after they finished.
I know. So you have sex with clothes on, and then when you're done, you take it off. That's what I've been doing wrong this whole time. Fuck, like. So
Everyone's
yeah,
really
a lot of this film,
Yeah.
like, it's weird to see because a lot of the scenes are the same. It just caused loads of massacres, but in a good way. There's loads of that, and then eventually it gets kind of to the point where the woman, who was the original love interest, gets taken over by an alien, but one of the aliens who are after these ones. So she's like a super short soldier out of nowhere. She knows how to load her guns. She's like fucking Swazi, basically. Look at this. Look
Is
at
the
this.
agent, is it?
Yeah. Gonna affect her, though. Sorry, take over there, like.
Just in the middle of the street, like. I would say at least 150 people got shot.
But yeah,
It was shocking. It was like ridiculous. The amount of scenes where it was like they had the guns out and they were just like literally killing everyone. There weren't even any warning. It was like, I would just kill you out of our way. Like it was just like that definitely happened to like over 150 people.
So especially the scene is, you know, when you go mad to get the plutonium, literally me and him are going like, how are they going to go in here? Are they going to sneak in or whatever? No, what they do, the one guy goes in front of the car, hey. The two workers on plutonium, because they're all in there like, you know, they're white, fucking...
That's quite late down the line, isn't it?
Well, this is when they go for the plutonium, because up to this stage, they've done the nightclub scene, kill people, and they just like, the one guy, there is one scene where the guy who's drunk all the time, he's out, he's out in the park, and he's going after the guy, but then he ends up getting shot in the foot by a copper, and because he's so drunk, we got to mention these aliens can regenerate. The only way of killing them is blowing them up or burning them, right? You cut off their arm, they'll like regenerate, because that happens to the one guy. He gets his arm shot, didn't he, right in the beginning of the film, like off, and then it just regenerates.
Another arm,
So we learned that. But the one guy who's drunk all the time is actually quite funny. He gets shot in the foot of a shotgun, so his foot completely goes.
Yeah.
And instead, because he's so drunk and his fucking body's fucked up, he goes a hand back instead of a foot. Because and he's trying to get away. Like.
Yeah.
No booze. You can't trust
this guy can't help himself.
Yeah, he just... Yeah, of course he's
done it again. He's done it again. Look how high up he is.
Him getting up there.
Yeah. He's too drunk.
Stand still, will it? Oh shit. She's right, don't know.
It's an alien, isn't it? It's all it's
Tonight. What? Whoa!
He'll grow another foot.
Yeah.
Fresh foot.
His hand. He's growing a hand on his foot.
How is that?
Probably because he's so fucking drunk, his body knows what the fuck it's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Try and replenish itself. It's getting confused, isn't it? Imagine seeing all this shit, man. You go.
Now he knows that's not the real one, surely.
And then the guy uses as inspiration on the story again, innit? And that's when they go to the plutonium. I think the plutonium part's just before.
Yeah, they go to the...
It's just before the plutonium, because then they start going after him after that. So yeah, tell him about the plutonium scene. It's like a...
So they literally go to
massacre.
the thing. It's... Well, first of all, they're like... You know, like... what do you call it? Like, they're just checking out the place. Like, they're just out by the windows, like, you know, like
behind a wall.
Scouting the place out. Yeah, just scouting it out. You're thinking, oh, right. Do these guys need to sneak in? Like, you know, they're like aliens. They're just killing everyone. Like,
do a stealth mission.
And no, it turns out they didn't anyway. I don't know what that scene was about, because they just went straight in anyway. Just shot everyone in their way, every single person. Said, "Where's the plutonium?" to a couple of people. They told them where it was. They still shot them anyway. And then they basically got to the plutonium. They go to there was like 6 of them. They picked one up, chucked the rest, and then left.
And they fucked off then.
And it was just like. That was absolute carnage for one. But if you just said to him, "Can I just have one canister of plutonium? I won't kill you." I'm sure they just would have got you on out of the cupboard or something like.
They do say at one point, he goes, the guy goes off, "You tell me, I won't kill you." And he goes, he tells him, and he just.
He still shoots him like that's what I'm saying. Like 2 guys dead, you 2.
This is hilarious, bro. This is like a GTA mission, bro. They're just going in on the kill straight away. Like they've set off the alarms before they even enter the place. Oh shit!
Give me security!
They just know. They just everyone dies.
Everyone.
Where's the plutonium? Plutonium, are you insane? You've got 3 seconds before I blow this bimbo's brains out.
Please tell him.
We process it on the 2nd floor, but it's highly radioactive. No lectures! Shut up!
What? Everyone can get it, bro. Everyone's getting it.
Everybody, like.
You can't say that they discriminate if everyone gets it, can you? You can't, can you?
Did he say to him no lecture? No
Yeah,
lecture.
I don't want to. No lecture.
Shit! The plutonium! Where is it? Don't tell him anything! I suggest you start talking. Holy power! Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Ah!
Hey, how come you get to do all the shooting? Holy cow.
What?
They actually didn't kill everyone in that room then.
No, they left you.
Surprisingly.
I think.
They're savage though.
They are,
Literally,
bro.
they're taking everybody out.
Like
Look.
just.
Plutonium?
Let's just blow up shooting around here. Fuck you, no. Just push the others off like that.
You think you'd take them all, wouldn't you?
Maybe only needs one.
Take them all just in case, eh?
Yeah, take it through like, innit?
Going all our way to get.
Use one of them as a weapon instead of killing everyone.
Yeah.
Actually let them live.
Look at this. People just standing still in the car park,
Just
bro,
drive
getting
boys.
shot at
Yeah.
in reverse.
Gangsters, these are. Gangster
They're
aliens.
fucking wild, bro. So then, yeah, basically, upon that film now, they get the plutonium because obviously they want to just get out there. But then, now the woman's been turned and they're aware now that the agent is on Earth, so they're in trouble. And they're having a bit of, argument, that's it, because on the scene,
Yeah,
the
'cause-
guy's hand comes back, we didn't mention, the fucking woman turns up, doesn't it? Ends up, right, shooting him on the floor in the park. She picks up a homeless guy's rum, pours it over him and makes a trail now, which you could only ever
Yeah,
do with
so they-
gasoline. You could
yeah.
never do it with rum. So then she lights a thing. He runs off and he's on fire and he dies. So they've confirmed that you have to be charcoaled or blown up. So that's when the drunk guy dies. And we were a bit like, oh, he was my favourite one. She's gonna burn him.
I think so, yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't work anyway. You need petrol. But, yeah, babe. Oh shit, okay, so... Looks like one of our alien Avengers are gone too.
She's obviously a good alien, and
He goes back to sleep and they're all in the background
Yeah.
walking around casually like...
he just thinks he's hallucinating again.
Do you reckon he's dead though?
Oh, he'll probably grow himself out of it now.
I don't know, because he's charcoal there now, isn't he?
Imagine just like,
Yeah.
so the smoke just comes up like,
Right at the end of the film, when the credits roll, he'll go back to him and he'll just be like...
and just his eyes will start growing out of him again.
His heart, his chest is like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so he got killed by the agent, which is basically the guy's
The first woman love
girlfriend,
interest.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it
she
was
got
like,
taken over. Yeah.
so yeah, there was a scene in there where she looked like a bloody alien frog.
Yeah,
or
the
something,
little
jumped
puppet on the
inside
street and she goes,
yeah, jumped inside of the.
Yeah.
But she was like a good alien because she was helping people and there was an
Yeah,
agent.
well, she was the one chasing
yeah.
the bad aliens down, wasn't it?
Yeah, she wasn't killing any humans, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Because there is another funny scene actually when she just gets taken over and
they would
she-
they were supposedly going around hunting them, but really they were hunting them anyway. So it was a bit. It was the agent and the comic book guy. So they were
Yeah.
going around looking for them, weren't they? Yeah, but then but the people were looking for him. So it was like they were hunting each other.
Yeah, kind of. That's why he's like, yeah, because he's putting all of the works in the papers, making it public what they're doing. They wanted to keep it on the lowdown, which don't make sense because they were going on killing people anyway. It was on the news, and they weren't going people after the news putting them up there. But whatever, it was just obviously an excuse to get them together. There was a funny scene when the woman gets taken over early on, and they come up to that back end dealer guy. And he's like, "What do you want?" And they're just getting all the guns out and she's talking about it, isn't it? That was quite a funny little scene when she's getting all the ammo and the guy's like, what the fuck?
So specifically, what are you looking for? Long range or short range?
Whatever you got.
What are you looking to do? Take over a small country?
You got any grenades, hooks, a rope?
Sure.
Sure, be a sec, mate.
How much?
Let's see. 500 for the Uzi, 200 for the pistols. All works for $5 grand.
$5 grand.
All right. I'll throw in my own 45. And you could keep the bricks.
And even the one as well, where the alien is being she's being one of the hookers on the corner.
Yeah.
And he goes in, she makes the man melt from doing him.
So
From
let's
having
explain
him.
that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So she acts like, so basically, that's when they're all splitting up, because the main alien guys now, the one guy's dead, and he's like, well, you know, we got the plutonium, we're going to be leaving soon. The one woman's like, fuck
Yeah.
you don't care, you don't love me. She goes off, and then he sends the other woman after her. So at this stage, the one woman now is like, fuck, I'm just going to be a prostitute, because I guess that's what her idea was fun was. So she literally does this all by prostitutes, like, you on the next thing, goes there. The one guy comes up, explain that scene when he comes up and he's like, no, I'm on lunch break.
Oh yeah, so the one guy, like, but it happens twice this, so I'm going to explain
Yeah.
both scenes because there's a really interesting part as well while they show. So like the one scene, so the guy in the business suit's walking by, so she's all like, hey, you want some business, whatever, like talking to him,
Yeah.
like in it. So he's like, I got an important meeting at 12, I'll or a lunch break. I got an important meeting at 12, I can't do it. And she's just like, oh come on, there's some of this, some of that, I'll take you up to my room, give you this, give you that. And he just went, oh right,
Oh, go on, I can fit it in. And I
just like that. And it's just like it looked, but the way he said it first, it's like, oh, this guy, there's no chance he's going.
Yeah.
He's just going.
He
with it.
seemed
But
out.
it wasn't a hard decision. He thought about it for a second, and then he was just like, yeah, right. And then so she's doing him in a room, and then he melts into
Yeah.
something because it's like their chemicals can't mix. And
That's
so
the
yeah.
yeah.
so he melts into charcoal, like, so it's gets ahead. It's already on the news, or a guy's prominent businessman has
Yeah.
melted to death in the hotel room. It's already there, right? Within a second,
Yeah.
she's already chatting up another bloke then,
A
which is a
copper.
copper. I was like, oh, he's all like, get away, or I'll run you in. And then she's like, well, hang on a minute, do you want to just go in? And he's like, I could get fired for this. And he's like, well, actually, okay, go on
It's
then.
like,
Just-
what, if they don't see you,
Yeah.
you can't get fired. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, go on then. So not a hard decision again. Takes him in. It's exactly the same.
Well, no. He's
room.
about to. I say, yeah, it's exactly
the
yeah.
same room she takes him in. So
Hmm.
thinking, well, hang on a minute, haven't it just been a murder in
Yeah.
it? Oh, so that's the only cop I've seen Friday, actually, the guy she takes in it. But was he gardening maybe? Is that what he was? Thinking about
Might
him?
have been, but then one thing I was saying is like, because they go back and we're like,
Why was it the same
Tom,
room?
that's the same
Yeah.
room. This has literally happened like an hour after. So you've had a news
Yeah, for
crew.
sure, yeah.
They've had a news crew in there, cleaned up a melting man. Which, by the way, this film has the most disgraceful STD I've ever seen. This is real time. While she's on top of him, he starts going and melting. It's like an STD that makes you melt. It's the worst. So then, yeah, that happens. She goes out to see the cop. It's going to be no more than an hour later. They've cleaned up the room, had the news crew there. It's not taped up. And then the cop is like, he literally goes, hold on, isn't this where someone just died? And she goes, shut up, and plays him on the bed.
Look at this
Okay.
pathetic following. How would you not notice it? Oh, that was really easy. You would have seen it easy.
Mate, the only way, as we all know, have you played Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
The cardboard box, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot beat the cardboard box. Like, that's where they all go wrong in these films.
Hi.
Forget it, honey. Got a luncheon meeting at 12.
Wait a minute, don't go. You're cute.
So are you. But I got this meeting.
Oh, come on. Why don't you come up and see me sometime?
And that?
Why not? You know, you remind me of my favorite movie star.
James Garner?
No, Douglas Fairbanks Jr.
You know he's in his 80s? Into the geriatric crowd, huh?
So what do you say? You want to go make whoopee?
I guess they could start without me.
Convinced like that.
Such a pretend, not, hard decision, like, not a hard decision, nor was it really.
Didn't even try.
It was almost pretending it was a hard decision.
Of course. He knew he's doing. He's walking there waiting for one of them to
Yeah.
convince him. Go on then.
When she says, what?
Body chemistries don't mix. You don't know what's going to happen. So this dude,
What, an alien baby?
either an alien baby or it's going to fuck the human up and they're going to be all like fucked up, innit?
Yeah, probably, like.
Or she'll get impregnated within 10 seconds, have a baby, like some shit like that. Yeah, there you go.
Probably already having the baby, though.
Well, look, he's melting. Yeah, it's melting. Do you know what? That is the most graphic STD I've ever seen in my life, bro. It worked that quick. They didn't even finish having sex.
Did you see his fucking
Yeah.
Did you see his head?
death in what police describe as an alleged bordello. Identification is being withheld. Witnesses describe the victim as having a strange chemical decomposition. Authorities are speculating as to whether a new venereal disease has appeared.
That's one of them.
That's an insane STI, isn't it?
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Makes you melt on the spot, like. Ah, she's gonna try it on with a copper.
Where is everybody?
Listen, Dave, I'm on duty. I don't want to run you in.
Don't you want a hot cha-cha?
No, I don't.
I can make you really hot.
Yeah, you also get me fired.
They can't fire you if they can't see you. Let's go inside. I'll make it worth your while.
Well, I suppose I could question you
Oh
inside,
my
but it's gonna
God.
have to be really quick.
Again, like, pretending it was a hard decision.
Literally, like, she... That's not the same fucking room. It's the same room, bro. Where they reported a murder to.
Could be. Here.
Is exactly.
You just said, isn't this where a murder was reported? She goes, could be. It's not like the scene ain't taped up or nothing.
This is the area. She could be hiding anywhere now.
Let's go.
That was ridiculous. That guy was ridiculous there.
So she's about to have sex with him, and then can you remember what happens? As she's about to have sex with him, that's when the other guy now and the
comes in
woman
then
with the ch-ch.
and just pops her head clean off the shotgun, and then she's running around. Then she's running, still going, running around,
She's
no
outside
head.
with no head, like.
That's what I was like. Two deads in the SPUD in a row now. There's a mad things going with hands and heads.
Yeah, like
The-
it's
the
a similar
zombie
effect.
movie,
It's
yeah.
a similar effect, like
Yeah. Dead next door.
Yeah, similar effect.
There. So yeah, it was. She was like a zombie then. Like a
So
head
she's
was
running
on-
through the
yeah.
streets and all that, like panicking. But then her head, like it looks a little bit like a Toxic Avenger, like when you initially melts and he's first like ever burn. It starts stubbing out of her fucking head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Hey!
is it gonna melt her? Well, is she moving without a head? Yes.
Let's just say that she gave good head.
She's gonna run out headless, bro.
Yes.
Look at this. Oh, chuck her in a grinder, bro. That would have hit the guy laying down.
Growing head.
Chuck her in a grinder.
And a head.
Yes! Look at that! That was incredible.
But around that time as well in the scene, at that point then, the main sort of, I suppose, main guy, would you say, alien guy or something?
Yeah,
who's
the
killing
illustrator
everyone.
guy.
The
like,
guy's
and-
basically killing.
Oh, you mean the main bad guy one?
Yeah,
So,
main bad guy. He's trying to put a plutonium back in the ship, so he goes back, and then it's the construction workers. They come out, and it's like something off GTA in it because
Yeah.
he comes in, and it's like, as soon as he stands there, it's like,
The
"Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
second
yeah,
you
yeah."
see him, it's like, you know, like when you have the gang missions, like the second
Yeah.
you walk past like that, like an inch past the line, activate. It was like that. He
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah,
straight
it
to
was
him.
literally like that. It was exactly
That
like
was funny
GTA,
as hell.
in real life GTA.
Hey guys, look! There's someone coming. Let's go.
Yeah, what's he hunting around here for?
It's like GTA, bro. You're on it, so they instantly
Yeah,
go
the
into
girl
action
just went
mode.
towards you.
Instantly start fighting you.
Yeah.
It's garbage day. That was similar as fact to that, wasn't it?
The Martin Sheen or Badlands in this bit. When you enter the
Can you
construction site.
remember how the one woman died, the one who pretended to be a prostitute? Her head grew back. What happened to her? How did she die fully again?
Her head grew back, but then they at this point they had her outside, and then they chucked her in the back of the.
That's right, in the crusher. The garbage
truck,
crusher.
yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
as her head's growing back, they kind of grab her, don't they, and just chuck her in the crusher, and she just gets fully crushed. Yes, in the grinder, bro. Or the crusher. So that's the two of them gone, so there's only the two bad aliens left. And at this stage, then, the young woman, the other bad alien woman, is like, no, I don't want to be bad. And she hands herself in, doesn't she? And leaves the main bad guy, and she hands herself in. So they come up with a plan. No, that's a bit after. So then, because they get to a point then, basically, where that's it, because that's when he turns up to the party you're on about, where they all do the gang thing. He takes them all out. And then our illustrator guy and a woman turns up there and they have a shootout scene. And that's when the young girl's with him. He's like, no, you stay with us. And the main guy goes, if you don't come out here now, then I'm going to kill you myself, or something like that. And she panics, so she goes, no, runs out. And do you remember what he does to her? With the grenade?
Oh, yeah. He just throws the grenade at her. She catches. She don't know what it is. And he's just like, what's this? What's
One
this?
of his one-liners of many drops. Ah, he's going to grenade her, bro.
This is for you!
Ah!
Put that in your comic book!
Put it back at him.
But it was also with the main bad guy. I can't remember exactly the scene, but we had a John Barrowman moment with him, didn't we?
Many John Barrowman.
There was two, but one in particular.
He was just like, especially, well, his key thing was always like, shut up!
Yeah, he's freaking out. No.
Yeah, he was literally like, yeah.
Oh, it was super aggressive and
yeah.
I want to see the rest of the movie.
Shut up! Hey, Rex, we better watch out.
Oh, John Barrowman, fucking hell.
Is that sharp? Every time it comes up.
It's the thing now, isn't it? Like, every time someone freaks out.
Someone does a John Barrowman.
No reason. It's got to come out of nowhere, and it's a John Barrowman.
Keep your eyes open. Let's go.
Why did you find out? Well, if I
Barrowman's off again.
This is a big Barrowman.
I wish
moment.
Barrowman was actually playing this part. It'd be amazing. That
It'd be better. So much funnier.
Yeah.
Um,
The one scene as well, actually, to go back to, we have to 100%
What's
bring
that?
this up. So the one that the alien guy that kept getting drunk all the time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was him, where they're robbing the chemical plant, and the two guys come out there, and he's like, "Oh no, is it him or is it the main? It might be the main guy. I'm not sure. It might not be the drunk guy, but the one
you're on about the
alien
quote,
guy.
aren't you?
Huh?
Are you on about the quote he's
He only comes down and he goes,
Hmm.
"Hey guys, quick! There's been an accident at the plant. Two guys just died." And he's like, "Who was it? You two."
Yeah.
What's all this? You aliens just walk in.
They could easy, couldn't they?
I know they've done everything else like that.
What's up, buddy? Come quick, there's been an accident.
Ah, what's up, buddy?
At the plant? Was anybody hurt? Two guys were killed. Who?
You two.
Ah! Yes! That was amazing. Two guys were cool.
He shot him, he's like, yeah. He was picking himself up for his own joke.
Of course he was.
Look at the show off.
I would be so proud of coming up with that on the spot, man. That'd be like my defining moment in life.
Look at
coming
this
up
shot
with
now.
a
We
speed like
could do that.
You guys got your security passes?
that. Security passes.
I hate red tape.
So yeah, basically the woman dies then, and he runs off to and they're like, I know to get him. So they make a last comic. Keep in mind, like how long it takes to publish comics. All this seems to be happening a few hours after each other. Like it all seems to happen in the space of a day or two. But realistically, you'd like to publish all these comics and they're doing to do it take months, but whatever. So then they make this issue where they say, oh, the main bad guy dies, and because of his ego, they knew that it would piss him off. And he'd come looking for the main guy. So he turns up to the office where he's got his agent working for him. The bad guy's there, the gun saying, bring him here. He comes there, and there was that scene in it where he could have just shot him anyway, and he didn't. And then the woman's like on the phone ringing the office going, oh shit, you're there. So somehow he went to the office without her, even though they were in the scene together earlier. The guy shoots, tries to get him, he runs off. She comes looking for him in the office, as she gets there, she is shooting. This is another scene now where they're in the streets now, and they're just shooting loads of people. Like, so you had a lot of extras. Another massacre. Again,
these scenes like
another
that.
one.
Yeah.
So he's running away, tries to get him.
Surprise! Oh shit! We hang on.
She must have known he was there, surely. His little combat rolling. No! Just random people getting shot up, like.
It's like GTA or something, like,
It
in it, and
literally is
everybody's
good.
screaming on the street. Like,
So he's killed like 12 people so far. Look at this! How many bullets has he got on that gun as
Wow.
well?
you got it Rampage again.
Yeah, it's a Rampage for sure, mate. He's running up. And that's it then. We're on like a train thing. He's about to get fucked up, isn't he? And then he gives him a pathetic little push. And the one guy gets run over by a train, the main bad guy. Like a train annihilates him. So we're like, oh, he's not going to die though. And then his arm's left, innit? And then he starts from his arm, a whole body comes back.
Yeah.
And he in the space of the guy hobbling about, what was it, Hibs? About 20 yards?
Literally, he was just
fully
going from one end of the
regenerated.
platform to the other. By the time he did that, the guy fully regenerated himself. Like,
So they're
yeah.
back on the same tracks again.
Respawned.
Yeah, he fully respawned within like 20 seconds, like from being nothing, from being mulch, literally. So he's holding him over like the train on the train lines. There's like the little, like, I guess the gate part holding in there. So the woman's down the bottom with the fucking what are they called, the hook thing to get yourself up. Like my brain's lost.
Yeah, because he's gripping him over the
So
railings.
amazing.
He's...
Rather than her just going up
Yeah.
there and you think getting up there and shooting him, no, she fucking hooks him. So he wraps around him and goes into him.
Pulls him, yeah.
She pulls him off. She fucking takes off a grenade, rolls it so he lands on the grenade, and boom! That was great. And then naturally, as that seems happen, they go in. It's just his little finger left, implying that, you know, he's going to regenerate back. Oh, rough.
Last look at life.
The last look at life. I like this guy's one-liners, bro.
Oh, I can.
That was pathetic. Mulched him up, bro. You regenerate, wouldn't he?
He'll just put himself back together, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say he'll just
As long as there's
regenerate.
an arm left.
Yeah. He'll be a pile of mulch, but he'll just regenerate.
Or is it just a head?
That would be quite
A
funny.
head on an arm and a
That would be
walking. It
hilarious.
was like it off the Adams Family, but a head on it.
That would be freaky as fuck, though. And imagine something like that chasing you, like, bum, bum, bum. I guess it'd take ages to regenerate anyway, wouldn't it? Well, no, he's already fucking...
It's only like 24 hours.
No, look, he's already fucking... Ah! Is he just becoming an alien, or...
Yeah, I don't think he's regenerating back to the same guy.
He looked like a...
Right, hang on, no. He's going back in there.
Yep, he is fully regenerating.
He's recycling there, bro.
He's like a Wolverine, isn't he? Wolverine can do this shit, like... You try and disintegrate Wolverine, he'll just come back, like...
He's done all of this in the time he's took him to walk to the end of the platform.
Literally! It's a hobble, innit? No way. All his hair back and everything. Eat
Pop him.
death! He just said, eat death. Yes.
He fucks about too much, this guy.
Yeah.
Well, he actually doesn't. He's just killing about 20
This is
people.
one-liners, bro. Oh, look, she's chucking a grenade. She's gonna chuck him into a grenade, bro.
Amazing.
Yes, check this out. Into a grenade. Do you know what? Fair play. That was hilarious. Because it's kind of pointless him having that little thing with the other
When
woman.
you do feel it's gonna... Yeah, no other way. Yeah, that was a completely irrelevant scene.
Unless now she goes, I've got to go back to my people and I got to take the human host. And then he's like, oh well, I've got another woman.
The finger's still got
Oh
it.
my god.
How's your ankle?
It's okay. But
Finger left.
why did you want me to come to?
And then he just have that moment then with the one guy saying to her, oh, you got to go now. She goes, oh, the human host will stay here, but I'll just have to go. She just goes, you need to turn away while I eject from the host, ripping open her fucking face, and then somehow she's completely fine. Is she spewing up her fucking butt? What? What? How can that be good for the human? You just ripped her face open.
Yeah, and ripped their bowels, I expect. Like.
Yeah, everything. What? Make her breath and like whatever's in her mouth must be disgusting. The first thing does is neck her.
You might as well net the alien yourself.
Yeah. And then in that moment, she's like, what happened? And he's like, I got you. And she's like, I love you again. Like, okay, cool. But then he kind of hinted they might try and do a sequel, didn't he? So back in the office reading the comic, he's like, are you going to leave it that way? And they hint they might do a sequel to this film, which I highly doubt ever happened, like, you know?
Yeah, you know, a couple of other sort of things. I mean, but that was the end then, wasn't it? Yeah, that was just the end. But a couple of other things, I suppose, like maybe when it's too funny. It's just how they just like kill so many people with no thought. Like the one when he goes into the shop, he says he's hungry and thirsty, so he goes to the shop, and then he's just starts eating the stuff in the shop, whatever he wants. He's drinking soap for some reason,
chemicals and all sorts
picking
of shit.
up dog food. I'm gonna clue he's doing, and then he's walking out, and the shopkeeper's just like, "Hey, you gonna pay for that?" And he just turns on. He's like, puts 4 bullets in him, but just whatever. And he was like, shouldn't have asked.
Shouldn't have asked. After he killed, shouldn't have asked. And then that's it, because that's when he sees the magazine while he's there, and he sees them drawn in it the first time. He's like, I gotta tell everyone this, and then he just runs back in a panic.
So that's quite a funny bit. He's taking his gun to get food. He's not paying for anything, is he?
Well, I don't think they're capable of going out without killing people, are they?
I thought you were gonna shoot him then, just for bumping into him.
He's drunk as well, isn't he?
A drunk alien.
It's a bad idea giving these guys fucking alcohol. They're already fucking
they're
savages,
already
isn't it?
shooting everywhere.
That's what I mean, bro. Fucking hell. Give them some alcohol. Jeez, it's the end of the world.
He's just chucking everything. He's just taking the food. He's not even like...
Not gonna pay for that, is he?
Yeah. He just thinks it's all free anyway, probably.
Yeah. Or you just shoot him in if they ask him for fucking money. Dog food. Nice.
Dog food? Oh, he's an alien. Oh, what's that?
That's some kind of cleaning product. Yeah, I think I know what that was. He drank.
Why did he drink that?
Some cleaning product for women. He's got his gun under his coat. Nah. Just waiting for it.
Shouldn't ask.
Shouldn't have asked. That's how the aliens chasing them are going to find out about them. They go, we saw you in a comic, like.
Yeah.
That's how we know you're still on Earth and still about. Anything else you can think of? Because I think otherwise I'll put all in the edit now, like.
I don't think so. No, there's loads of carnage out. So just, yeah. I mean, anyone know you this time for this one?
No, like because he was quite self-aware. He knew what he was going to do. He knew where he was meant to have been.
I don't think it was a character I didn't like, really.
No,
yeah,
I got into this then. Yeah, I think, for what it was, Alien Space Avenger, 1989. It was a comedy, sci-fi is the best. It's definitely comedy. Like, it was meant to be funny. It was meant to be quite silly, and I think they've done it well. So, for me, mate, I quite enjoyed this one. I'd give it a spud. Alien Space Avenger. I did enjoy it. And if someone said to me, would you watch this again down the line? Yeah, probably. It was a good laugh. I enjoyed the characters. They did well with what they wanted to do. With the 30s thing, I was very impressed. They generally had the cars and that, so that's why that was only so much in the film, because of the budget. They couldn't keep hiring out loads of costumes, so respect, they only kept that for the beginning. But the 30s thing, all the costumes and all that, done a great job on it. I got nothing more to say. I give it a spud.
Yeah, I mean, I'd actually say, well, pretty much everyone we watched on these so far, I would say is a terrible movie. But I'd actually say for the first time, it wasn't a terrible movie. Like, it was, I didn't find anything painful, like, getting through it. Like, I think everything we've watched so far, there's been...
On a technical aspect, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it was a lot of action going on in there. I think down the line, would I watch it again? Probably not. Probably wouldn't watch it again. Yeah. It didn't have that kind of impact. I mean, I want to watch it again, but I definitely thought it was good. It's 100% spud for me this time.
Cool.
Definitely going to give it that. I couldn't give it a dud. Like, there's too many, like...
That's what I mean. It was an enjoyable
funny bits. Like, yeah, well, I mean, it's fun to say funny bits. There's too many, like, sort of good bits. Because I wouldn't say it was always something that you could laugh at, like, at loads of bit, but it was... I don't know. It was kind of a different movie to watch, and I just thought, it was good.
And I can't remember how I came across it, Alien Space Avenger. Like, I can't, no idea how I got hold of this film, but there we go. I say, glad we watched it, really.
Yeah, I didn't see too much bad acting in it either this time.
It's all great film, but
it's normally terrible. Like,
so should just leave it at that then, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Said everything we can in it, anything I've missed or whatever, the score and the edit. But yeah, I've been Maniacal Mac.
I'm Hebs.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll be with you again soon. Peace. That was an interesting cut with the music, wasn't it? What? Is it like a family drama now, or what?
The Waltons.
Yeah, it's turning into the Waltons, bro.
That guy reminded me of Robert Redford off The Sting, like.
Yeah, he does have similarities.
Yeah, he's smiling in his face, like, yeah. When Robert Redford was young, like, on The Sting.
Literally,
yeah.
Let's look at this in Space Avenger. Avenger's really in trouble this time?
Oh, come on, guys. Comic book. When you
Is he maybe like a little kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
On your mind. Me, I'll mind my broad.
My broad.
This film's self-aware. as fuck,
Basically,
man.
my broad is my bitch for 1920s.
It's
My
literally
bitch.
just that's what
Yeah.
they're saying, they're like, yeah, my broad.
It's just bullying people.
They literally just start in trouble everywhere they go.
Yeah. Going and chasing cars
Look
like
at
that.
this.
Going there.
They just come out with a huge brawl in a fucking nightclub to this.
If you were like them and started, would you be like, I'm just gonna walk on and just
I
start?
gotta be honest,
everyone,
bro.
like-
Yeah, if I could regrow arms, I wouldn't care about pain or fighting anymore, would I, bro? I'd just be like, yeah, anyone can get it. So the people who were running off after just happened to be doing a drug deal. So they're gonna get the money and the drugs, bro.
Look. Son of a bitch, you brought backup.
What? Everyone's gonna waste each other, bro. What a bunch of dweebs. They've left the money and drugs there and done a job for them.
No, they just announced He's done everything for it. That was
You would have to do
ridiculous.
that if they were stupid enough to shoot each other up.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, fair play.
I can't believe
That
that.
worked like, didn't it?
Avenger has to improvise sometimes.
Who is that on the back?
The sales are up, so I'll
I
trust you.
don't know.
He weren't in the
What
film.
was that about? Was he even meant to be in that scene?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it was like they didn't know they were filming and they were just chatting shit and they put it in anyway.
Is that supposed to be an interstellar propulsion device?
It's not like anything I've ever seen.
If that's their level of technology, we're in trouble.
What
the fuck?
Fair play. Boom.
What?
Are you the agent?
I don't have an agent. I freelance.
I'm surprised she just didn't go in there with a gun and fuck.
Why can't they all just go in there? Why is he just there?
Because technically she shouldn't have a problem, should she? Really, with one human.
No, it's true.
Maniacal Mac.